Hi there. Outside of South Africa, the question most folks would ask is, what the heck is bunny chow? First of all, don't worry, we're not using any actual bunnies in this dish, and the reason why it's called bunny chow has nothing to do with rabbits. Over the past couple of decades, a large number of folks have emigrated from India to the Durban area of South Africa, and a lot of these people have set up their own restaurants, food carts, and street stands to serve this dish. In that area of the world, these Indian street food vendors are called banya, and this dish is so popular that the word banya has been changed by being spoken many times by many people with many accents. So now it's generally known as bunny. And so in the Durban area, if you're going to get a bunny for lunch or a snack, this is what they'll serve you. A delicious curry stew served in a bread bowl. When I tried this, I loved it, and I'm glad to present it here as part of introducing this great street food to America. Since this dish comes from South Africa, we'll be using a South African potjie to make it, although of course you can use any large cast iron pan. The thing about street food is it has to be easy to make and fast, and that's certainly the case here. This is a simple curry stew, and there are probably 100 variations or more to this dish, so you can really use your favorite ingredients here. I think the combination of chicken and garbanzo beans goes great with this dish, especially with the Indian curry spices, but if you prefer to use something else rather than chickpeas, then go ahead. Probably the most common meat used in bunny chow is lamb, but again, this dish is also made with chicken, beef, and even goat meat. Here, we're cutting up chicken breasts into bite-sized pieces. Then we peel a pound of potatoes and dice them up as well. And that's all the preparations we need, and we're ready to start our stew. Once the pot is good and hot, we add our oil and stir it around, and then we add our chicken to the pot and stir it around to lightly brown it. Once the chicken is no longer pink on the outside, we add our minced garlic and ginger. Mix it all together, then we cover the pot for a few minutes to bring the temperature back up. Nice aroma already.
Add some salt and black pepper, then we start adding the sea spices. Of course, that starts with lots of curry. Then we add cumin, coriander, cardamom, cayenne, and a cinnamon stick. The cayenne pepper is optional to add spice to it. Finally, we add some paprika, or in this case, smoked paprika, and we mix it all together. Then we mix in a can of diced tomatoes, a can of garbanzo beans, and finally we add all of our diced potatoes. And now we add enough chicken broth to the pot so that the stew is almost completely covered. To this we mix in a bit of flour to thicken the stew. And now we cover the pot, turn the heat down to a simmer, and let it stew for about an hour.
This thing is definitely doing nicely at this point. Maybe I might even leave the lid off, both to provide a more interesting view, and also to let the liquid reduce and thicken this some more into a nice sauce, although this is not doing too badly already as it is, if you ask me. So let's wait until this thickens a little more, and then we will be ready to serve it.
Now we cut out a bread bowl to serve the stew. In South Africa, they cut a loaf of bread into thirds and hollow each piece out. But at most supermarkets here in America, it's easier to find a bread bowl than a whole unsliced loaf of bread. And with that, we get to serve our bunny chow with the extra bread on the side for dipping. No real bunnies involved.
This dish is easy, filling, and especially delicious. And it's so good that I could easily see this being served at African culture restaurants here in the United States. And if they're not serving it yet, they should. But because this is so easy to make, you can make your own bunny chow. and present it to your family and friends and see how they like it. Bunny chow is already enormously popular in Africa, and I suspect it'll be taking off soon here in the West because it deserves it. Thank you for watching.